Sometimes you gotta be brought down to one day rise up. Sometimes life has a funny way whenever life is trying to shift you, to transition you, to cause you to change. Sometimes life brings you down to one day rise up again. There is a great show of strength, a show of meekness, a show of humility when you allow yourself to surrender to the process of being brought down. Most of our lives, we find ourselves in fear. We find ourselves in worry because the paths, the patterns that we have adopted for our lives are now obsolete. See, you gotta understand that the routines that you have, the things that you have allowed to become rituals and forms of religion worked for a season. But the desires that you have in your heart, the passion that is calling in this season of your life causes those things that were once normal to now be useless. Can you handle when life says it's time to remove a certain pattern? When life says it's time to stop a certain habit? You need to know that old habits die hard. That's why sometimes life causes you to go down, because in order for a seed to be removed from the ground, you must dig down deep in order to pull up old roots. You got to understand that it's not a negative thing for you to be brought down. For it is your desire, it is your ambition, it is your will to change. How can you change something that you allowing to stay the same? In order for change to happen, something has to be cut off. Something has to be uprooted. Something has to be dealt with. And you deal with those things by allowing them to be destroyed. As you're approaching this day, understand that the job that you're working, that the relationship you're in, whenever you desire something more, whenever you desire something better, it's not saying that the life that you have created for yourself is nonsense. No, it's not nonsense. It took great strength to get you where you are right now. It took great dexterity. It took great endurance to get you where you are now. The family life that you have built, the culture that you have built right now, the influence, the persuasion that you're built right now, man, it took a lot of work for you to get there. It took a lot of strength for you to endure to get there. There were many tests. There were many trials that stood in your way. You overcome many obstacles to get to where you are. For you to be comfortable now is not a small thing. It's not saying that you're lazy. It's not saying that you're neglectful. It's not saying any of those things. The only thing I'm saying to you now is that you have a deeper desire to rise even higher. So in order for you to reach the higher ground, you got to reach up to the next ledge and be prepared to let go of the ledge you have right now. Man, it is scary. Yes, it is nerve-wracking. But you have something in you that is pushing you to the next level, pushing you to the next dimension. The only reason why being comfortable is seen as a negative is because you want to go higher. The ground that you're standing on right now has become unstable. The paycheck that you are making right now is just not enough. The family culture as it exists right now could be better. The relationship you have right now with your spouse, you want more. And because you desire more, you desire better, you desire stronger, sometimes you have to be brought down to one day rise up. I want you to take courage in understanding that surrendering is not weakness. Surrendering is not being pathetic. Discipline is not punishment. But you're allowing yourself to be ground down, to go down, to remove those things that are not useful, they are not necessary right now. See, I know that you're older, but listen, it's okay to feel that embarrassment knowing that you gotta go and get a further education. Embarrassment happens, but that doesn't mean that you're useless. You're going down, but one day you're gonna come up. One day you're gonna rise higher than you did before. One day you're gonna enter into a greater dimension that's gonna cause you to feel more joy than you ever felt, more happiness than you ever felt. You're gonna be able to capture more of the memories that you always desire to capture because you reach higher ground. Take courage. Whatever you have to do to reach up, whatever you have to go further, do not despise small beginnings because they have a great wealth of harvest later on. You're being made low right now, but one day it's gonna make sense. Surrender so one day you can rule.